What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Hopefully you're having an amazing start to your week. Of course, we are ready to talk about all things pop culture, but first, let's talk about e.l.f. Cosmetics. This show is presented by e.l.f. Cosmetics. You know, we have our lovely products right next to us, the Power Grip Primer, which if you are trying to do an all-day makeup look and you want your makeup to sit right, set right, and stay on all day, you got to go with the Power Grip Primer. Of course, the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is one of my favorite products from e.l.f. Cosmetics because I love being able to mix it and do whatever I want with it. I like to mix mine after I do my foundation, do a little contour situation with the Halo Glow, then use the Contour Beauty Wand and highlighter as well from e.l.f. And people are absolutely loving the e.l.f. lip oil these days. I'm seeing it all over TikTok.
I know, I was seeing that too. And I saw it right on their the e.l.f. Cosmetics website too, the lip oils. But you're right, I'm seeing everybody talk about the lip oils. The mascaras are fantastic. The Lash and Roll mascara is great. It's my go-to everyday mascara. Whether you're a brown mascara girl, black mascara, you know, it doesn't matter. They have it all. And all their e.l.f. Cosmetics products, fantastic. You can, like Rhea said, they're great. They're also vegan, cruelty-free. You can see it all right on there. The Halo Glow Liquid Filter comes in a ton of shades too as well, which is awesome. And you can learn more at elfcosmetics.com because we now also have a promo code for everybody.
Yes, big news.
Which
big
is
promo
very
code.
exciting. So like I've been saying, you can get 20% off orders of $45 plus and free shipping with code ELFCHICKS20. ELFCHICKS20. Everyone wanted to make sure I got that right. Code ELF, E-L-F.
Don't listen to that one.
Code ELF Chicks20. You can also learn more at the e.l.f. Cosmetics app. This coupon is a one-time use per customer and is running until November 1st, 2023 in the U.S. only.
Yeah, there you have it. So get those e.l.f. Cosmetics. Use the promo code. Tag us. We love seeing you guys using the e.l.f. Cosmetics products.
e.l.f. Cosmetics, baby. I actually completely just ran out of my cleansing balm. I've used it all. I'm like swiping the edges of that thing to get all the good stuff out of there. It's the best. I love that cleansing balm. Use it every night to take off my makeup.
Just use the promo code and get
I know
yourself some
exactly.
more.
I need a new jar.
How are we feeling today?
Great.
So I want to talk about something that I need to know if you remember it. It came up last night on my TikTok, and you know when you see something and it like brings back a memory in the depths of your brain that you had no idea this memory was stored there, and it just comes up.
Yes.
Does Millsberry ring a bell for you? Millsberry, the computer game.
No.
If I show you a picture, I want to know if it rings a bell for you. Because when I tell you this unlocked a memory that I was upset that I hadn't thought about sooner in my life. I played this online game every single day of my life. And I know other people out there listening are going to know what I'm talking about.
Noah?
The Millsberry online game.
Jordan knows it.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like you would make your character and you would go produce shopping.
I've never seen
it was
that.
General Mills. It was the cereals. And then you would go pick up your cereals and you lived in this little town.
Maybe I just missed that age-wise, you know?
It brought back such a memory for me that I couldn't believe it took me this long to remember it.
I've never even, looking at the graphics, I've never even seen those graphics.
Oh my gosh, that upsets me. But yeah, you create your own little character. It was just one of those websites and you have a home and you're just living your life. Basically like Webkins, but you didn't need to go to the store and buy a code. And type it in.
I loved Webkins.
Same. But I
was too old for Webkins too, and I loved Webkins.
The only upsetting thing about Webkins was that you had to convince your parents to buy you Webkins to get the code.
Yeah.
Or else you couldn't be a part of Webkins.
That was a big scandal in my house. My sister spent so much money on Webkins.
I'm buying Webkins.
My parents.
Honestly, genius by them.
Yeah.
Webkins was ahead of its time, making people spend money on the on the little things to get the code, and then you would just go onto an illegal website and find codes.
Did you guys?
Because then that started to become a thing where it was like
viruses.
Then you're getting the illegal code to type in. All of a sudden, you have a Webkinz. You didn't even know what animal it was going to be.
What about Neopet?
I was never into Neopets.
No, Neopets.
I think my sister might have done that.
No, I think I was a big Neopet. Was I'm pretty sure what I was on the most. I feel like
Neopets were big.
Yeah.
Webkinz really popped off for me, but then Millsberry, I remember being obsessed, like buying like the produce. I don't know why specifically buying the produce was so big for me.
Yeah,
I felt adult like online.
I
my online persona
loved,
was an adult.
Yeah, we had a lot of like maybe not necessarily like computer game playing, but the Nintendos. You know, when you had your like Nintendo DS.
And
like
the dogs,
play.
Nintendo dogs.
Uh-huh.
I named mine after my crush.
You did.
Yeah. picture a dog named Chris.
Oh my God, I'm looking at all.
a little tan chihuahua named Chris.
Oh boy.
I kind of want to bleep the name though, just in
what?
case.
I think you'll be okay.
I was in like second grade.
Yeah. Neopets. And now I'm looking at all these pictures of these Neopets. You know what's funny is like, do these things still exist?
Neopets?
You know, like can you go on neopets.com and like make an account and play?
Well, let me tell you can't go on Millsberry anymore. I looked last night. It doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, you actually can. Welcome to Neopets.
So that's what you'll be doing later.
Animation is way better.
They've upped their animation.
Looks like it, yeah.
This is what I feel like kids are missing out on these days, right? Like they have all their iPad games. Things come so easily to them.
Yeah.
They don't have to go to the store and buy a code to get into a game.
Wow, I don't think I ever realized that Nickelodeon made Neopets.
That makes sense.
Does make sense.
Did you have Tamagotchis?
Yeah.
I remember my mom she said, if you rake the leaves outside, I'll bring you to Target to get a Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchis were
That's
great.
what I did.
Anything that you could like buy in
What are you laughing?
I'm just picturing you raking the leaves so you could go.
Me and my
go
brother
get a
raking
Tamagotchi.
leaves together, being like, we gotta get these Tamagotchis.
or the I don't know why that just brought me to. Did you have one of those diaries with the password?
No.
That you like had to speak the password into the diary?
I was jealous of the people that had them, but no, I didn't have them. I never had a diary as a kid.
I actually found mine when I was cleaning out. You never? Diary?
I never had a diary. You know, I was an open book.
Yeah, but like, no like journal, like in like middle school.
We journaled in middle school, but I didn't have a journal where I put my thoughts down at the end of the day.
Oh my God, I went through phases with it where I would be really good for like a month and write down everything that was happening and then not at all. Up until I probably wrote stuff down until, and I wish I kept doing it because I literally like draw a blank for a lot of the gap periods of time. Up until maybe like freshman, sophomore year of high school, I have like pages worth because I would do it every once in a while. So it wouldn't be like every day to be like, this happened today.
Yeah.
But like I have ones from like freshman year of high school that'd be like, this is what's happened in the last few months. These are my friends.
That's
this is who I have a
awesome,
crush
though.
on. Like I did this. We went to this party. All this stuff.
See, I would never write in
I
ink
told you the story.
my crush. Like
I told
I'd be
you the
too
story.
scared that
Oh, I wrote mine everywhere.
Oh my God. Everywhere.
I put mine in my
Everywhere.
AIM away messages in white ink so that you would have to highlight it
Yeah.
and like see my crush at the bottom of the AIM away message.
Yes.
That was the thing.
wait for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you scrolled to the bottom and it would be like my crush
I put like boys' initials.
colon and it would be like their name.
Yeah.
And you would have to like my heart fucking sank the day that I looked at my crush's away message and it went from Maria to Julia. Like I was no longer his crush when I highlighted at the bottom. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
It's
fucking Julia.
No, that yeah. Yep. Or like you would get the text message from like a friend being like, so and so changed their
Yeah.
away message.
Or they would leave their friends. Like
Yeah.
people would list their friends out and you would have to highlight it. And if you got into a fight with somebody or somebody was in a fight, you would be removed from the away message.
I was never on AIM, so like this is something that everyone did.
Oh my gosh, you were never on AIM?
No.
Oh wow, you missed out on AIM.
I don't.
What?
This is a throwback.
That can't be possible.
Did you chat with Smarter Child on AIM, the robot?
Yet no. Like I know what you're talking about, but no.
AIM popped off. Like I really spent.
I'm shocked you were
majority
not
of
on
my
AIM.
after school hours on AIM.
I just was on
Because
Facebook.
it was like everybody. Yeah, but in middle school.
before Facebook.
before
the first time I
Facebook.
ever had something was like 7th grade. I got a Facebook.
Okay.
All right.
That makes sense. Before Facebook happened though,
Yeah.
there was
AIM.
because you could Facebook message somebody, but before Facebook Messenger,
AOL and stuff. Like we would go home half days from school, like immediately race to like our friend's computer and like see who was online.
my dad would sit at our computer at home until whenever the stock market closed.
Yeah.
And watch his stocks, and then he would let me go on the computer and go on AIM. And like I would be on AIM, and like somebody would ask me to be their girlfriend, and I would run upstairs and be like, Dad, so and so asked me to be his girlfriend. Like I feel bad saying no, and he'd be like, whatever, Maria.
There was a thing on
Well,
Facebook.
you must have been on AIM like actually pretty young.
I was on
Because-
AIM.
Maria was in elementary school.
Because I was pretty late to getting a Facebook, and I got a Facebook like going into freshman year of high school, and like and I feel like I was really on AIM like 7th, 8th grade.
I want to say I started
7th
going.
grade.
Well,
for
but like
sure.
Facebook probably came out like a year before you got it. Then like if you.
Well, yeah,
were,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. For her to be
Yeah.
on AIM still, like she had to be pretty young.
I want to
Yeah.
say I started going on AIM in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
5th, 6th. 6th was quite the year.
Yeah.
6th was quite the year on AIM. Oh boy. The stories I could tell about 6th grade on AIM.
Getting into trouble.
Yeah, I did, and I thought that you couldn't, like, if you messaged somebody and they were offline,
And they
I
would
thought
never
they
get the
would never get
messages?
the
Yeah, yeah,
messages,
yeah,
and I would
yeah,
I would message my crush being like, "I love you,"
Yeah.
just to get the feelings out, thinking that
insane.
they
Actually, one
wouldn't-
of my friends did that too
Thinking
by
they wouldn't
accident as
see
well.
it.
I specifically remember that as well.
I also, before like texting the wrong person was the thing, I aimed the wrong person.
Yeah. Yep.
Huge news for our McDonald's lovers out there, and we know you all exist because you are looking
We
at
know it.
2 McDonald's lovers sitting right in front of you. And McDonald's just dropped 2 new sauces,
Hey, Rhea.
sweet and spicy. What?
Who's got 2 thumbs and loves McDonald's?
I think we do.
This guy.
Okay, that threw me off my game. Anyways, we got 2 sauces, sweet and spicy jam and mambo sauce. Very exciting. Fran, you are loving the mambo. I am loving
Mambo
the
is
sweet and
delish.
spicy jam. Sweet and spicy jam goes great with breakfast. I love a McGriddle. I love a McMuffin. I love the hash browns. I love a little sweet and spicy jam because I love sweet and I love spicy. And when you combine the 2, it just makes my mouth really happy. And the mambo is perfect for a little kick.
Mambo's perfect for everything. You know, they both have a little kick to them, but not overbearing. It's like, it's great for, I like it on any chicken stuff. So like chicken McNuggets,
Chicken sandwich.
chicken sandwich,
McChicken.
absolutely delicious. McChicken, throw a little on there. Even a little dip your French fries in this. So good. Just holding it in my hand makes me want to crack it open.
I really want to get McDonald's right after this.
It's really making me hungry.
Same.
And you know, you can only get these sauces for a limited time.
Limited time
folks.
only.
Limited time only.
Available for a limited time only at participating locations. Get them with your next order as they're only available for a limited time. You do not want to miss out on new sauces.
Try them out,
We
guys.
love our classics. I love honey mustard, but there's nothing better than trying a new sauce that just lights up your mouth like these do.
Or when you just throw like a bunch of different sauces on your order so you have everything. You can try a little bit of
You
everything.
can dunk one nugget into this, one nugget into that.
Exactly. You can get
have
your
it all.
usual and add these brand new limited edition ones as well.
So make sure you go for that sweet and spicy jam and the mambo sauce. We love you, McDonald's.
Did you ever have the bathroom wall? I think that's what it was called. And on Facebook, it was like anonymous, but anyone like from your grade would post on there.
Ask FM.
It wasn't. No, it was called like
Yeah, that
something
was-
the wall or like the bathroom wall. Or,
No,
like,
I never
No.
got into any anonymous shenanigans online.
That
I
was
didn't see it on
interesting.
Facebook because Facebook like didn't you, how did you do that on
It was
Facebook?
like a group or something like or like.
Yeah, but how do you post anonymously?
Well,
on
no,
Facebook?
maybe I think you know what it might have been like. It takes you to another website or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
think
it was
that was
definitely
Ask
probably
FM
like an
or
app,
something like that.
maybe.
That shit was the worst. I can't believe that like
No, there would be times
know?
where like people would be like, "Oh, like don't you think Noah and this girl are so cute?" And I'd be like, "Let's go."
But it was you writing it?
No, I didn't write it, but people probably thought I did.
Yeah. No, I never dealt with any anonymous website things, but I know my sister, who is 6 years older than me, I remember when she did, and it was really upsetting. Actually, I remember her being really upset.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
that was like pretty crazy.
Yeah,
stuff.
my whole like that stuff was just fun times. Like thinking about Facebook walls. Like, hey, and I'll leave your best personality trait on your wall.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah.
Like the fact that people would
for
go out of their
truth
way, and like, oh my gosh, what a thrill.
I would just sit and make videos with my friends, like singing songs and post them on their Facebook walls.
Yeah, Let It Rock by Lil Wayne and Kevin Rudolph.
Yeah.
We'll always
over and over. I still have sometimes those memories like come up and I'm like, oh my God, that is actually terrifying.
My sister used me as a pawn in her games when I was younger and she was older.
Yeah.
I just said she's 6 years older than me. And there are so many, she would make a lot of videos to leave on her friend's wall when I was younger. And I would be in these videos. And like at the time, I thought I was a part of the cool thing. And looking back, I realized she was probably just making fun of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I wasn't cool. I was being made fun of.
Yeah, which is sad because you really I'm sure you felt like you were just
part of the gang,
part of the squad, part of the girls.
I did, and I wasn't.
On this day 15 years ago, I wrote because you know how Facebook status is, we're like is something. Mm-hmm. So is dance tonight. 2 E's, 2 T's.
Let's go. The dance is tonight. Things are gonna get crazy.
That was my freshman year of high school. October.
The first freshman dance.
First freshman dance
was 15 years ago today.
Yeah, October 2008.
Shit.
Yeah.
The first freshman dance.
Yep. I didn't get any likes on that. Well, did likes exist then?
I think likes always exist.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Or comments. Yep.
Did you guys do those Facebook quizzes?
Yes.
That would always give you the
yes.
you're this person from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yep. All the time.
And you would do it over and over again until you got the answer you wanted.
Isn't it crazy how Facebook just completely died?
Or how about the love calculator?
Yep. Type it in the names.
Love calculator when you would put your names in and it would tell you.
Like for other people.
Like I'd be like, if I had like a crush on a boy named Kyle, like I would put in like Francesca and Kyle, and it would be like, ooh, 34%.
And you'd be like, fuck.
And you'd be like, ugh.
And then you would type in the person, his name with the person he likes, and it would be like 99%. You'd be like, of course. It's actually, when you think back of like how girls act in middle and elementary school, and even high school, when you have a crush on a boy is like creepy.
I'm gonna put our names in.
Like the fact that I named my Nintendo dog after my crush, who's a dog, like that's so creepy.
I'm going full proper
stalker.
Damn.
Maria
and Matthew hit with a 13%.
Oh God, Francesca.
I'm gonna change to your fake names. Because it always gives you a different answer.
Rhea and Marty?
Yeah.
Come on. Don't do us like that.
I mean, if this is low, you're just going to have to break up.
No. Is it 0? You're laughing way too hard.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Wait, what does it say?
0%. I didn't even know that was possible.
Guys, I'm actually like feeling.
All right, I'm going Rhea and Matt.
I'm really feeling defeated right now.
We'll do every combination.
Okay, I'm telling you. Okay,
tears are forming.
Okay, love calculator has lost its touch. Clearly,
they don't know real love.
Clearly,
they don't know true love.
I'm clocking in at 58%.
They don't know true love.
They don't.
If it's ever hit them in the face. Love calculator.
I'm gonna put your name and Noah's name.
What? Wait, can
31.
Hey.
Where's my hug at?
What about me and Noah? This is the
99%.
This is gonna be the one that's like 100. 45.
Wow.
Damn. We didn't get nothing was higher than a 60%.
That's upsetting.
We were all below 60%.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Not a single pairing.
Can I tell a funny story about Philly the other night?
Yes.
We were all feeling ourselves, having a grand old time. Drinks were flowing. Everything was amazing. And
I used to do Francesca. Should I do Francesca and Nick?
Who's Nick? Oh my God, like Nick Jonas. Yeah, you should.
I actually used to do this all the time. It's got to be high. I remember.
It has to be
14. Not meant to be.
Oh no, this love
Not meant to be.
calculator. They don't know.
Well, you know, for Jessica and Joe, it's a lot of Joes out there.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know what they're talking about there.
Okay, sorry. Continue. In Philly.
In Philly. So, if you're a new listener, then you don't know this story about how when I was in the hospital a couple years ago, and they put the IV in my arm, and I've now come to learn that my arm needs a pediatric needle. Like, I can't do the big girl needles. I need a pediatric needle. And so they were trying to get the IV in my arm, and it wasn't working, and like my arm blew up, like it was bruised from the IV. And I had gotten out of the shower, and I sent you and Noah a picture of my arm.
Yes.
And in the background was my vagine, the corner of my vagine. And I blew up the Chicks in the Office chat, being like, this was years ago. I was like, do not look. Like, we blew it up. You were like, don't look now. And he was like, what happened? I was like, do not scroll up. I sent my vagine. The next day he handed me his phone, and we deleted it all in the clear. So I was telling this story the other day, and Sarah was like, she just goes, wait, Noah saw your punani? And I was like, oh my God. When you word it like that, I want to run out of this bar. I was like, all right, time to go home. And she was like, I don't think I told her, like, when we came into work, she was like, I don't think I've ever said the word punani before, but it felt right.
It felt right to you because it feels like a word you would use.
I would say, but what a throwback that was. And then we had, whoa, did I just send that?
And Noah really didn't look.
Honorable man. I totally believe
I
it.
didn't want to delete the chat because we have so many like things in there.
Yeah.
And
no, I'm totally honorable man. I totally believe it.
Yeah.
Like I think it would make things uncomfortable.
Certainly would.
Yeah.
But
Certainly
what
would.
a throwback.
Yep.
So whenever I joke about, hey, oh my God, I sent a nude to Noah and Fran by accident, it wasn't really a nude. It wasn't like a sexy nude.
Yeah, the way you make it sound like it's like you sent like just a full.
No, it really was.
It wasn't a sexy
Not
nude.
to
It was
like-
literally the corner
not
of my
to be
vagine.
too descriptive because I saw it.
And the friend did see it.
But it was like, the corner crease.
It was the corner of my
between
vagine.
the legs and the lips.
Honestly,
it was like Barbie.
I probably wouldn't have even
literally.
like.
It was literally the Barbie
If I
vagina.
was on, I probably wouldn't have even like thought. I would just like been like.
You probably would have only saw my arm, like
you kind of did have to like look at the bottom and then, like,
the main
zoom.
focus was the arm, but like it was in there.
Yeah,
you
no,
know
it
what I
was,
mean?
for sure it was. No, it was
so that's a funny throwback.
It was in there.
But
that was a fun trip down memory lane.
it was. I'm glad we did that. All right, should we get into the topics?
I could do love calculator all
no,
day
I
long.
can't. I'm pissed at love
I
calculator.
know, love calculator is dead to us.
Yeah, shit. They don't know.
No, do you have a
They don't
crush
know
on
real love.
anybody?
A crush?
Yeah. Any names I could
He's
throw
gonna
in
be
there?
like, try Noah and Margot.
any
Like
names?
Yeah. Like celebrity. It would have to be celebrity. Like,
No, I
Well, he
mean,
can't.
come on.
I'm not gonna
If he blows up a
Do you
girl
think
he has a
somebody
crush on, they might be
you
listening.
think they listen?
They could be.
They could be,
They-
or like someone that
a
they
lot of
know
listeners
could
are
be.
in
like,
Well,
DMs.
wouldn't this be a cute little meet cute?
Yeah,
No.
like your love
On how,
calculator popped off.
No, I'm not doing
Every
it.
girl named this
All
name
I
is
know
gonna DM
is
you.
Fran and Noah's was pretty high.
What?
The only one that I thought would make funny sense for the show. I know that she's happily in a relationship right now. Would be Gabby, just because that was a whole thing.
Oh, okay. Noah and Gabby. Let's see
Maybe
what the
this will
love
change her
calculator's
mind.
got to say.
31%.
Love calculator.
What does work?
Yeah.
What names do work?
What do they constitute
I'm
as
honestly
love?
going to put in Sarah and her boyfriend.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Fingers crossed. 24. Well, I mean, we can't win today with
No,
the
we
love
can't.
calculator.
We're done with the love calculator.
We're done with the love calculator.
All right, let's get into the topics for today.
I'm reliving when I used to get mad at the love calculator at the age of 13.
It literally
and
would
it
ruin-
really would devastate me.
Ruin your whole night, and
Yeah.
you're like, do I need
Especially
to?
then
Do I
you
need
would-
to rethink
you would
who
get
this crush
so
is?
mad at your friend, especially there was a period of time where like all my friends liked the same boy at one time, and he didn't like any of us, but we all liked him.
Yeah.
And I remember like doing it, and we all put our names in, and mine was low, but one of my friends was like 97%, and she was so fucking smug about it.
Of course.
And I was just
That's
the whole rest of
disgusting.
the night. It was a sleepover.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
whole rest of the night, she was like,
Sleepover's
so it was ruined. Sleepover ruined. dynamic ruined.
I mean,
for the night.
I can totally understand that.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, don't rub it in our face.
And it's like
a fucking fake calculator.
Everyone, like when it's low, everyone laughs or like, oh no.
Classic.
And then when it's high, she was like, oh.
See?
My gosh, I
look
knew
at that.
it.
Oh my gosh, we're meant to be.
Brats.
Bitch. All right, let's get into the topics for today. We are going to be talking about Mauricio holding hands with his Dancing with the Stars partner, Emma Slater. Hailey Bieber did an interview and cover with GQ magazine. Kim K released men's SKIMS, and it looks like Kylie Jenner may have a new clothing line coming out as well. We're going to talk a little bit about Drake's 37th birthday party. Who really cares? But we're going to talk about it anyway. And Chase Three Wonders is looking like a little romance with Joe Keery from Stranger Things. And we have an interview with Jess Girod from Bachelor in Paradise. And yes, we do confront the situation where I made up a spoiler. I didn't make up a spoiler. Somebody said the spoiler to me. And by the way, me and that girl haven't talked since. She was pissed at me when I blew up her spot. But I didn't even blow up her spot. I never said her name. Anyways, let's get into the topics.
All right, before we jump into the topics, guys, TV's most cutthroat athletic competition is back with a drama-filled new season of MTV's The Challenge, Battle for a New Champion, tonight at 8/7 Central. It's a new era of MTV's The Challenge because for the first time ever, 24 contenders who've known battle but never victory are returning for a chance to finally win their first championship, and they must work together to earn their prize pot. But don't be mistaken, this is still an individual game. The biggest catch, to become a champion, they'll have to beat previous legendary champions like CT, Jarrell, and Casey. That means they must endure utter chaos on their road to victory. This just might be the most difficult season yet, because in order to be the best, they'll have to beat the best. I'm super excited for this season. The idea, this is a genius idea, having somebody win who's been on the show before, who will finally be able to get that win is great. And of course, you know, you can't have the challenge without those previous champions. We'd love to see them, so it's a great mix of both. Don't miss MTV's The Challenge, Battle for a New Champion. New season premieres tonight at 8/7 Central. Watch on MTV.
All right, Mauricio was seen holding hands with his Dancing with the Stars partner, Emma Slater. You know, we have talked about Kyle Richards and Mauricio talking about their separation lately.
Yep.
Kyle Richards was at a Morgan Wade concert this weekend, and Mauricio was seen holding hands with his Dancing with the Stars partner. Dancing with the Stars really brings people together. Chest to chest, face to face. Who's to say what's going to happen? Maybe you end up holding hands outside of the dance floor.
It's a very blurry photo from the back. Can't really see too much, but TMZ said that they hit up a restaurant in Beverly Hills Sunday night. And that was really it. They walked away from their one-on-one dinner hand in hand, coming across awfully coupley. No other signs of PDA between them, but this feels telling on its own. For anybody that wants to know, Mauricio and Emma have a 44% in the love calculator.
Oh my God, I'm going to kill you.
This is, I mean, honestly, this is not surprising. I feel like they have had a serious.
Try Hailey and Justin. That's the next topic.
Okay,
sorry.
I'll just be on. I'll be in charge. Oh, Taylor. Okay, I'll do it.
You have to try.
Okay, Emma's 34. Mauricio's 53. Is that what you just sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Emma also is coming out of a relationship. Oh, Dancing with the Stars relationship. She was married to another pro. Mm-hmm. They just split. So they're both maybe, you know, little rebound situation. Mauricio is a handsome guy, clearly smooth guy, and from what we can see from the Beverly Hills trailer, I don't know if, you know, there's always been rumors about Mauricio out and about.
Yeah, at bars, talking to girls.
Yep. And there was somebody, I wish, sometimes, you know, when you see something on Instagram and you're like, screenshot that.
Yes.
And then you fucking forget.
Yes.
I saw a Bravo account, like fan account, repost info on this where somebody had DM'd them being like they had seen Mauricio and Emma at a party in LA or something, and they were like
Canoodling.
very cozy.
Dancing with the Stars, I just feel like the pheromones are in the air. You know what I mean?
They are.
When you're dancing that close and close, you're sweaty. It's hot. It's heavy.
And you're also spending every
romantic
day together.
You're spending a lot of time together.
Yeah.
The chemistry's there. What's to happen? You may end up holding hands, leaving dinner.
You know, maybe I feel like the love calculator is doing, maybe they change some things when they know celebrity couples are a thing, but Taylor and Travis is the highest we've gotten so far, 75%.
Oh my God. No, they know. They know.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. It's the double T name.
Yep.
That's what that is.
Right. It's just like,
they're like, that
sounds
nice
good
together.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't necessarily like love this for Emma, but okay, fine.
It's going to fade after Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way Mauricio wasn't going to find himself in some kind of, not like with Emma or without Emma, or like with somebody. I feel like, you know, Kyle has been out and about, and not that they are going tit for tat kind of thing, but I could see him being like, well, if she's doing it, I'll go out. I'll go on dates. I'll see what's happening. Even though, like, is she doing it? We don't know. So
we don't really know for sure.
We don't know.
But at the end of the day, like I said, I've made it my point across the Dancing with the Stars couples. Being in that sweaty room together every day.
That's what I'm saying. I just want somebody, and it'll come eventually. I don't know who will be the one to write it. Maybe Carrie Ann. But like, just hit me with like, or Cheryl. Maybe Cheryl would do it. A tell-all.
Dancing with the Stars.
I don't know
tell-all.
what kind of like what kind of contracts or NDAs they all have to sign, or if that's a thing that they have to do. But if there is a time limit on that, where at a certain point we can start like really sharing the secrets of like who hooked up with who, what was going on, all these things, boy, would it be juicy.
Yeah, Dancing with the Stars would have to come to an end, and then somebody would have to be ballsy enough
Yeah.
where their NDA is no longer, and they admit it.
I would be so into it. I'd be so into it.
You would be the first one to sign up for that book.
Oh my God, please. I'd be lined up outside the door, midnight release.
And I don't blame you. Hailey Bieber did a GQ cover and interview. She talked a lot about, you know, people talking about the way that her and Justin Bieber both dress when they are leaving the house. They're going to dinner, getting paparazzi'd. She said they don't really worry about coordinating. If she wants to put on a tiny little dress and he wants to wear sweatpants, she's not going to cater her look around what he's wearing, especially since he's usually ready first. I think
24%.
Hailey and Justin, don't do them like that. Don't let the world know that, please. I think that Justin goes the Adam Sandler route, where it's like he's been around for so long, he's jaded that he just is like, I don't care how I look. Do I think he looks like a sloppy mess sometimes? Yeah, I do. I do think that Justin Bieber looks like a sloppy mess sometimes. Would it be nice for him to, you know, just an elevated sweatpant? It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be real pants. An elevated jogger could work well for him.
Hey, your ideal world, Bradley Cooper's wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah, and listen,
you know? So
Justin
like,
Bieber
you can dress,
in a sweatshirt doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's when he's wearing like every part of the outfit
it's the
is
sweatshirt
pajamas.
with like the shorts and the Crocs
and the Crocs and the high socks.
Yeah,
and it's like every part of the outfit. Where
yeah.
if Justin Bieber wore a sweatshirt and like an elevated jogger and a backwards hat, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
look, they clearly have their system on how it works. Kind of makes it seem like Hailey can laugh about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, oh, you know, people joke that it looks like we're going to events on 2 different planets. We're super fair.
Hailey's not going to tell Justin how to dress. He's going to dress how he wants to dress, and I think that's fine. And I love that she still dresses up no matter what. If she wants to put on a cute little,
you know, to her events.
Yeah, but if she wants to put on a cute little dress for dinner and he doesn't want to, screw it. I'm going to wear a cute little dress. Doesn't matter.
I agree.
And I love that she does that.
I would say though that, you know, my own personal opinion, if he could clean it up, like you're going to a road event, your wife is launching a new product, it's a big deal. Put on a nice outfit.
Yeah,
you know,
I know,
is that so much to ask?
I know that he's trying to be like, it's not my event. I don't want to take away from her, but like,
you're not taking away.
It's just out of
wearing
respect.
a nice shirt.
Yeah,
You're kind of distracting him more if you look
Totally,
sloppy.
I think you are.
like, oh, I don't care about this event. I'm going to.
Yeah.
It's like just a little respect for Hailey.
Yeah.
But she also talked about, how there's rumors about her being pregnant every other day, which is really unfortunate for celebrities in general when people just assume
I
people
think
are pregnant.
a lot of couples have to deal with that.
And it's annoying, and she's like, I just can't be bloated in one picture one time. I can't be like when you're like holding your stomach out of being bloated, and like she gets caught in a picture and people are like, oh, she's pregnant. It's like,
right, walking out of a good meal.
Right. How many times have you done that? A million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I do feel bad. That's something they have to deal with. And she said that, feel bad, and not just them, just as a whole, public figures have to deal with the, oh my God, she might be pregnant, like, narrative. But she did say the internet will be the last to know. She was like, and trust me, when it happens, the internet will be the last to know. There's a lot to protect.
Totally.
When it comes to their future child, she does want to have a family, but there's a lot that they need to protect.
I feel like she could go Kylie Jenner route.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like maybe full disappearance like Kylie did with her first baby, but like really waiting till the end.
That doesn't get talked about enough. Kylie Jenner disappearing for 9 months while being fully pregnant.
Yep.
And then boom, day of the Super Bowl.
Yep.
She was
Stormy's
like,
born.
I'm here's my baby.
Yep.
That was crazy.
That was.
Kim Kardashian released.
They're gonna be great parents.
Yeah.
Did you see Jason Kennedy had his second baby with his wife, and he's got all those celeb friends. Everybody came over to like see the baby, and they post all the pictures, and like Hailey and Justin holding the baby, Taylor Lautner, or everybody. I'm just like, ugh, was just adorable.
They all look like
so cute.
Be great.
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
Kim K released SKIMS Men's.
Yeah, just
quite the campaign.
Horny segment alert.
Yeah, quite the campaign she had going on.
My lord.
Just a couple of athletes shirtless in underwear.
My lord, those thighs of Nick Bosa.
People were talking about them.
Well, funny enough, and this dives into like my friends' conversations, but the day before this campaign came out, my friend was texting our group, and she was like, she's not a football gal. Doesn't really know who these people are, but she was like, guys, can we talk about Nick Bosa?
Yeah. How are we not talking about this guy?
And I was laughing because I was just like, a couple of my other friends were like, oh, Jen, like he is so hot, but like not your type. And then another friend was like, well, I'm on the side of TikTok where everybody's talking about Nick Bosa and his thighs. And I was like, that is the side of TikTok that I'm not on, but I feel like I should be.
And then, of course, Neymar Jr.
Yeah.
And which we have seen him interact with Kim Kardashian before. But I feel like this was a huge get.
Neymar is a massive, arguably the most famous.
Yeah. I mean like huge.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you think Kim Kardashian's at these shoots? Like, yep, I did it again. And then she's like, I'm just getting to like.
Do you think she's there?
Yeah.
At everyone?
For the shoot of the men's, I think she was there because it's her first. She's launching the men's.
Yeah,
maybe not as the other ones now, but this was the first men's.
Yeah, SKIMS as a business is obviously extremely successful, and Kim as a person is obviously extremely successful, and she has such a shit ton amount of money that really like she can afford. Whether it's coming from the company or her, some companies might be super successful, but they can't shell out the money needed to get these types of celebrities for campaigns. Mm-hmm. But Kim just has the reach and the fame. And even if I felt like she had to dip into her personal jar to be like, well, how much does Neymar want? And then it's like, yeah, we'll give it to him.
Well, I felt that, I felt like Neymar made sense because we've seen them together before. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, this makes sense. I want to know who put Nick Bosa in her head. Like, I want to know where,
right?
Like, there's so, like.
Maybe Kim's on Nick Bosa thigh TikTok.
Out of all the football players, how,
Right. I mean, he is arguably one of the more handsome ones.
Yeah, I just was shocked.
Right, he's just not the, like...
I just feel like he's not, like...
Right. Who would be the first name you would think of? Joe Burrow?
No, not even Joe. I don't even think Kim Kardashian would do Joe Burrow. Yeah. Like, I don't even know. Like maybe Travis Kelce.
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, or
Jalen Hurts is a hottie.
And she was rumored to be talking with Odell. Right, like, I could have seen Odell doing
it. Yeah. Damn, it would have been a hell of a deal for Travis.
For Travis Kelce to get that one.
Yep.
He's got all his commercials right now.
Yeah, no, that would have been.
But I just thought like maybe
the potential reconnection for Kim and Taylor.
Maybe the rumors about Odell and Kim talking, maybe if Odell showed up in the SKIMS campaign, then people would have been like, oh, they weren't really talking, they were planning the SKIMS campaign.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I'm sure she has a very well organized team of people, experts, where they present to Kim.
Yeah.
Like Kim says, hey, give me a list of 20 NFL names, 20 NBA names, 20 whatever you want. You want to go international.
I can't see.
And narrow it down. Pick the ones you want.
I can't see Joe Burrow doing this.
You don't think if Joe Burrow's asked to do a SKIMS campaign, he's not doing it?
For some
For
reason.
what reason?
I don't know.
A lot of money.
I can't imagine a world where you turn that deal down.
Just a hunch. And like, I don't know. I don't even know why.
Maybe.
I don't know why I'm saying that. It's just a hunch that I don't feel like Joe Burrow would do it.
I don't know if there's an athlete in the world who would say no.
I think Tom Brady would do it.
Tom Brady would probably do it, but doesn't Tom Brady have his own line of like underwear and shit?
Yeah, he does. Just to me, Joe Burrow doesn't scream, I'm going to pose in my undies.
Okay, all right.
That's what it is.
Nick Bosa didn't scream, I'm going to pose in my undies to me either, so that's not a role I saw Nick Bosa jumping into. But SKIMS men, I'm sure it'll pop off. If obviously, like the women's boxers are incredible. I love to sleep. I have a couple pairs. I love to sleep in them. So I'm sure the men will love them.
I think so, and it's been like something I may buy for my man in the future.
Yeah,
you know, just to try it out, see what they're like, and then probably steal it for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't have to stress yourself out and worry about buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. Fran most recently went to Philly's game in Philly thanks to Game Time.
Thank you, Game Time.
And it was amazing seats. Noah went to John Mayer thanks to Game Time, and Hosier thanks to Game Time. And I went to Drake and 21 Savage this summer thanks to Game Time. They are the absolute best for last-minute tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It's the place to find last-minute seats. Find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. With zone deals, you pick the section and Game Time picks the seats for an average of 18% off savings. And the Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Kylie Jenner just tweeted out that she tweeted out her website, which people are now assuming that this is going to be
I signed up for updates.
Okay. Kylie Jenner clothing line. It is
has to be.
She wrote Meet Kai, and then it's just Kai.com, KHY.com.
Yeah.
And this seems like it's going to be some sort of clothing line. It looks like she's standing in a trench coat turned to the wall.
Yep. Big, long leather black coat.
There is nothing else to be seen, so we have no details on this.
Nope, I just got an email. Welcome to Kai, and it says you're on the list.
For whatever that may be.
Now that you're signed up, you'll be the first to know about early access to Kai.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
You will find out.
I will find out quite soon, I would imagine. It's quite a tease, but yeah, everybody's getting into the... I'm actually surprised it's taken Kylie this long to do fashion, if this is fashion.
I feel like it's an appropriate amount of time, though. You know, right. I feel like, she's done the makeup. It's very well established. Yep. Let's venture into something new. I think when you...
I haven't used any Kylie cosmetics in a while.
I haven't either.
Although people have been raving. I had a lot of lip kits.
You did.
And she's had like some good blushes and stuff that I've used. But people have been raving about her concealer.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. Do makeup companies not like talk? I don't know. Maybe they don't. It just feels like in the last 3 months, like everybody launched a concealer. House Labs launched a concealer. Makeup by Mario concealer. Kylie concealer. It was like all these concealer is coming out at one time.
Well, every company needs a concealer.
No, definitely, but you're going to launch it at the exact same
Yeah.
time as everybody else.
Well, people will buy multiple of different things and
Yeah.
try them out. Yeah, I just feel like it's an appropriate time now. Like, it's established. Now you can go into something new. When you do too many things at once, people don't know what you're really dedicated to.
Right.
People knew she was dedicated to the makeup. Now she can move into clothing.
Fair.
Drake's 37th birthday bash, whatever, it's usual. Drake does his birthday party every year around this time. Last year, it was funny. I saw Alex Earl talk about this recently, that she was photographed outside of Drake's birthday, and they wrote that Alex Earl was going to Drake's birthday, but she never actually got in. Right. She was like, I never actually got into the party. I just was photographed outside the party, and it made it seem like I was in. I never got in, which I thought was hilarious. But it always seems like one of those parties where you're like, I would like to just go one time to see what it's all about.
100%.
But if Alex Earl can't get in, then I can't get in,
Or any
celebrity birthday
any
bash.
celebrity birthday party. No, I laughed because the headline said inside Drake's ultra private 37th birthday party in Miami, shots, women, and Bryan Cranston.
The big three.
That's how I always think of Bryan Cranston. His 37th birthday was with close pals and lots of booze at the newly opened Miami hotspot Casadona, one or the other.
I think
Monday
I saw
night.
Dave at that opening.
I think he was, yeah. It's a Grutman
Oh yeah, a hot spot.
location, I believe. Drake was seen taking tequila shots for the majority of the night. It's a very private soiree. Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston were on hand serving up shots of their Dos Hombres mezcal. While the source said that there were plenty of women trying to get one-on-one time with Drake, he was surrounded by all of his friends and security and had a night with the boys.
So he just lines up the girls interview style at the birthday.
Or it's just like you just invite all these girls
Speed
but don't
dating.
talk to any of them.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably how it goes. I
Yeah.
bet girls that have never even sniffed Drake are at this birthday party. They've never even been in the same vicinity as him, and they're getting invited.
The party venue is an Italian-inspired restaurant and bar launched by, David Grutman's and Noah Tepperberg and Tao Group.
Classic.
Yeah. And it opened its doors on Saturday with the star-studded party. That's what Dave was at.
Mm-hmm.
Listed a lot of names.
Drake is a classic Miami birthday
It's
guy.
a very funny list of names that sometimes you just like. David and Victoria Beckham, Serena Williams, Camila Cabello, Quavo, Lisa Hochstein from Miami, even though her name is just spelt wrong. First and last name spelled wrong. Zac Efron. Efron's spelled wrong. I don't know who wrote this list. DJ Khaled, Braxton Berrios, and more. Hell of a crew. Drake's 37th birthday.
He's getting up there.
Drake?
He'll probably have a big thing for 40.
The big 4-0.
Yeah, right? Ooh, Kyle Richards deletes Dancing with the Stars post supporting Mauricio.
Shit.
Damn.
Not happy.
Yeah.
Not happy about the
Probably
hand holding.
not happy about that, yeah.
The dinner and hand holding. But babe, she's my partner.
Yeah, exactly. How many times have those words been said by the celeb on that show?
Right. Last topic, Chase Suey Wonders was seen out with Joe Keery from Stranger Things. The last we heard about Chase Suey Wonders, she was dating Pete Davidson. As we know, Pete Davidson has moved on to Madeline Klein. They are dating now, and it looks like Chase has found herself somebody new as well.
I have never really shared my opinion on Joe Keery on this show because it's just not, his name just hasn't come up that often, but always loved him.
Yeah, we don't talk about Stranger Things a ton.
Yeah. Always loved him on Stranger Things, loved him as an actor. I think he's adorable. I think he's so cute.
He's a good singer too.
Really?
He's in a band. You've ever seen those, like, it was more like when Stranger Things was blowing up that all those videos went viral, but he's like in a popular band.
Oh, I didn't know
And he's like
that.
the lead singer of the band.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just made him even cuter. Well, here he is. Pictures of him on a stroll in New York on Sunday with Chase. They had their arms wrapped around each other, laughing, walking. I don't know if they were just, cracking jokes. He kind of sometimes, like, when he's in, like, the hat and sunglasses, like, could be mistaken for Chase Stokes. A little.
I can see it a little bit.
But she has a, like, scarf tied around her head, and then sunglasses on, but like the sunglasses on outside the scarf, which is, you know, objectively a funny look, but I feel like they're also laughing at the way that it looks, taking selfies and whatnot. But she's got a little grip on his hand, on his arm, as they're walking the streets of New York.
Are those the other two from Stranger Things still dating, Natalie Dwyer?
I think so, yeah.
They've been going strong
for a while. I always see stuff about them on Duma, like whether it's good or bad.
Right.
Like it goes in waves. It's like sometimes people are like, oh, I saw Charlie like out without her, and then like the next week it's like, oh, I saw Charlie and Natalie like together, and like it just bounces back and forth, I feel like.
They kind of remind me, and this is not a great thing, I would hope their relationship's better than this, Evan Peters and Emma Roberts. When it was like hot and cold. Like they'd be like loving up on each other 1 second, and then the next second it would be like Emma Roberts is arrested for domestic violence against Evan Peters. Yeah, not good.
They we don't really see them though, you know, like they're not very
low key.
They're very low key. Very low key. And I feel like even on social media, is her name Natalie or Natalia?
I thought it was Natalie. Natalia? Could it be?
No, I think you're right.
Oh, it is Natalia.
It is?
Yeah.
That's why
that feels
I
like...
actually feel this way because I've often looked for her Instagram and typed in the wrong thing.
You know what that is to me?
Natalia Dyer.
You know what that is to me? What's the word? When you thought you've seen something some way forever and it's actually something else? I
don't know.
The something theory, the Mandela effect.
Oh, okay.
That for me is the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Natalie Dyer actually being Natalia Dyer.
Right. Yeah. Like all of her posts are like brand posts. She had a lot from Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, at a lot of different events. But yeah, that's all we really see of them. But I like this potential pairing of Joe Keery and
cute.
Jace. Yeah. I'm a big fan of his.
I'm glad that you're letting that be known now.
Yeah, if anybody knows, I vote. Yeah.
When's the next season? When's the last season of Stranger Things coming?
I can't believe there's even another one. I feel like it's
like it's not going to be until like 2025, right?
They're going to be like full adults.
Fully grown. Millie Bobby Brown is done with Stranger Things, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen the interviews lately.
Yeah.
No.
Like she's like, thank you and goodbye. Like,
really?
I mean, to be fair, she's been doing it since she was really young, and now she's attached to Stranger Things and can't do other. She was like, I can't do other projects because I'm attached to Stranger Things. So until that ends, she can't do other things.
This is from October 6th. With a year of filming planned and potentially not starting until the end of September, end of summer, or even into the fall. Oh, wait, well, we know that's not happening. Any hope of a 2024 release date is over. We now expect Stranger Things Season 5 to be released on Netflix sometime in the spring or summer of 2025 at the absolute earliest.
That's wild. People are going to be like, wait, Stranger Things is still happening?
Yeah.
Has Millie Bobby Brown done, like, I've never seen her in anything else now that you say that.
Enola
Holmes.
That movie.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh, never seen it.
She's been doing interviews lately. She's funny.
She is funny.
She's something else. She's funny.
She's got that British humor, you know?
She really does. She's really funny.
Quick.
Yeah, she is. All right, but cute couple.
Yep. All right, we have a great interview with Jess from Bachelor in Paradise. We're talking about the new season right now. But first, guys, let me tell you that this interview is brought to you by Coors Light. Fall doesn't have to be the buzzkill to your summer chill. Coors Light helps you find moments to unwind. Maybe you have a big work presentation. Follow it with a happy hour, some friends, and a cold Coors Light. It's cold in my hand right now. I can feel it. You got those blue mountains. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill. The mountains on the bottles and cans even to turn blue when your beer is cold. That way you always know when it's time to chill. They're blue right now, ready to just crack it open. Enjoy an ice cold Coors Light. When you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light. There's been a ton of Philly sports on for me personally. So, whether it's baseball, football, I'm sitting on my couch enjoying a game. Maybe I'm out at a bar ordering a nice cold Coors Light, but I can just open my fridge and crack open a nice Coors Light, and it helps me unwind a little bit because there have been high stress moments, and a nice Coors Light to unwind, relax. So Coors Light's the one we choose when we need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks, and always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by the lovely Jess Girod, formerly from The Bachelor, now Bachelor in Paradise. Jess, it's been a long time coming. I feel like we have a lot to talk about. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Yes, I have a lot to catch up on.
Yes, we definitely do. I will say, when they presented us with people that are on Bachelor in Paradise that we would want to have on our show, you were at the top of our list. We were like, we want to have Jess on.
Yep.
So we're doing it. You're here. We have a ton to talk about Paradise, but I think first things first, we got to clear the air about reality Rio over here.
We have to talk about the elephant in the room. It's been months now. I can't even believe it's in this same year that this happened.
Yeah.
But a little backstory for everybody, just in case nobody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
When Jess was on Zach's season of The Bachelor, she had been sent home and the finale was coming around, and somebody messaged me, and this girl was so fucking confident in what she was telling me. And she was like, I have a spoiler. And, and I felt special. Like, I was like, I am the chosen one. She is telling me this spoiler. This girl was hell bent. Like, she was like, I am dead serious. I don't know what made me believe her, but I trusted her.
Well, you went back multiple times.
I went back and forth with her.
So many times you would be like, you know what, I'm messaging her again and I'm asking her.
I was like asking her all these questions to clarify, and it just seemed legit. And she told me that Zach ends up with nobody in the end, and that Zach leaves and goes and lives with Jess in the end. And trust me, I vetted her, and it felt right. And now I ended up a clown and very stupid because I was wrong. But I had told, like, I was bursting with this rumor. I was like, you guys are not going to believe, like, this spoiler. And when I said it, I felt so bad immediately after, because I just didn't think about all the people that were going to, like, run to your comments, be like, oh my God, Jess, like, how could this happen, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, holy fuck, I feel so awful. Like, really, this was a baseless rumor that I was taking as a spoiler because it was so sold to me. And then that is not what happened whatsoever. And Jess, I sincerely apologize, and I have apologized to you already, but I would like to apologize again, because that was just straight up wrong of me. But it did include me dressing up as a clown in the end, which I think everybody
was entertaining
enjoyed.
for all.
Yes. And I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was funny. I remember being out and I had like friends texting me like, are you with Zach? And I was like, am I with Zach? Like, what do you like? Am I? No, I don't think so. And I think it was funny. I remember texting Katie being like, are you okay? Like, just making sure, like, and everyone thought it was funny, and no hard feelings. I got a funny TikTok out of it. So thanks.
Yes, that did happen. What was your reaction like when you first heard that? Like, who is this crazy bitch? Like, why? How did she come up with this?
Honestly, like, I've always like listened to your guys' podcast, so I was first like, oh my God, she knows who I am. That's awesome. Like, that's cool. And then I just thought it was funny, and obviously I couldn't like spoil anything, so I couldn't really say, like, I couldn't decline it. But my only concern was making sure it didn't take away from Katie and her moment, and it didn't. And she thought it was funny, and so I just was like, whatever. And I had so many people asking. My mom was also like, are you sure, Jess? And I'm like, I'm pretty positive. The man didn't even give me a date. Like, I'm positive.
Right. I know. I felt like such an asshole because I was like,
and they came in also.
Right. And I just became what I hated. You know, like what I hate. Like, I just it was really so, and I can't believe I believed it, and I hate that I believed it, and I got so mad at this girl
We lost a follower.
We
for
did.
life.
We definitely lost
we lost
a
a follower
listener
for life.
because me and her had a back and forth where I was like, "You lied to me," and she was like, "I didn't know you were gonna go this far with it," and I was like, "I told you I was," and it didn't end well between the two of us. So we all learned our lesson, and once again, I am sorry. But now you are on Paradise, and we want to
Some
get to
funny
know
stuff.
more about your journey on Paradise. How did you find out that you were going to be on, and what was that emotion like when you did find out?
Yeah, I remember getting off Bachelor and I was like, there's no way in hell I'm doing Paradise. I was like, just, it's not for me. And then I got a call and I was like, okay, maybe like I'll do it. It just switched quick. Like there really wasn't much of a thought process. I was like, I mean, it's in front of me. Why not? And I don't normally date. I don't put myself out there. So it was kind of like, out of my comfort zone and let me just challenge myself because I don't normally do that. And obviously it's not an environment for me that I would normally thrive in. So it was just like a, once in a lifetime opportunity, let me try and see if I can find myself a man or not. If anything, I grow. So
Yeah. Where do you live?
I'm in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
So I guess we've been joking and, we do Cutting Stems, our after show. And we just kept saying, Jess has... Maybe she's been interested in other dates, but she hasn't wanted to go on them. She's with Blake, but what they have shown us is about zero Jess and Blake time. I don't know if we've even seen you guys like talk to each other. So I would love to know like what your initial meeting was like with Blake Moynes, because you guys have been paired up in the episodes that we watched, but we haven't seen you together at all.
Yeah, there hasn't been much airtime with us, but I remember night one, everyone's mingling and talking, and I remembered seeing Blake, and I didn't even honestly thought we would connect, but I was just talking to a producer and I was like, he's cute, like maybe I should. And I went and pulled him and we had a conversation and it lasted a really long time. I think they only showed us like him complimenting how I laugh or something and that was it. But we had a really long conversation. It was really good. I'm super shaky when I meet people, and he was the first time in all of Bachelor experience that I wasn't shaking, and I walked away and I was telling the girls, I was like, I wasn't shaking, and everyone was freaking out. So I just knew right away that Blake was someone that I could see myself connecting with in the first conversation.
How long were you guys actually there in Paradise?
I don't know if I'm able to
You're not
answer
really.
that.
I don't really know if she's allowed to say how long they're there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I mean, a good amount of time, enough to where you can form a connection in a relationship. You're with each other all day. From the moment you wake up, breakfast to dinner to all that. So you have a lot of time.
Who were the girls that you were closest with, and did you guys all kind of chat before going, and you have those friendships already? Yeah.
So I, going into it, was the closest with Kylie, Kat, and Mercedes. And we all kind of just had a little bit of who we would hope to see there. We weren't really sure exactly. And, girl talk, just what we were excited for, we were nervous for. And when I got there, all the girls were super nice and I made a lot of great connections. Rachel and I got super close. So it was a really good experience overall.
When Tyler and Tanner came down on the beach, I had said, I was like, I don't know. I feel like Jess is not quite putting herself out there as much as maybe she wants to. These are two very handsome guys. Was part of you ooh, I would go on a date with one of these guys?
Yeah, definitely. My number one thing that I wanted for myself going to Paradise was to not close myself off, because I don't put myself out there. I wanted my normal routine outside in the real world would just to be locked in tunnel vision with one person. So I wanted to get there and challenge myself and, date around. It's what you're supposed to do. So I feel like I was very vocal about, up until this point, Blake and I being open. And if either of those guys asked me on a date, I would have said yes. But it didn't happen that way. But
what's something that shocked you?
Yeah. Mad at him.
What's something that shocked you the most about Paradise?
I think it was really refreshing to see how much time you really get with everyone. On Bachelor, like you only have such a small amount of time with the lead, and on Paradise, like you could talk to whoever you want. You have all day. That's not like really restricted. So the freedom of Paradise was really awesome. But on a way, it also was challenging because I'm a very like straightforward, like routine person. So when like, it's like up to me to make effort and moves, like that was a little scary. But I did also, on the contrary, really like that.
Yeah, because obviously you guys are on camera all during the day and whatnot. What happens like at night when everybody is going to bed? Do the girls and the guys just separate and it's just solo time?
You pretty much can like do whatever you want. Like I said, like you pretty much like you can, there's like food you can eat and you can keep drinking or you can go to bed. And so it's up to you. Like if you want to have any serious conversations, you want to hang out, like you pretty much have that freedom to make that decision. There's no like set bedtime. I don't think.
What's the alcohol rule these days? Is it the same as it's always been, or has it changed a little?
I don't know what it normally would be for me. Like it's not really, I never really had anything because I don't really drink much. So I don't really know what the rules could be. But like for someone that is actively wanting to drink a lot, I think I was always on edge. So I wanted to be like somewhat sober, and all my bad moments, like I was not sober. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
it's changed year to year.
I don't know.
There's like a 2 drink.
They had it as a two drink an hour.
Yeah, I think it used to be like 2 drinks an hour, and then
I was just noticing that it felt like people were mentioning alcohol more than they have in past seasons. Like, oh, I want a shot or give me a glass of tequila, like other things where it felt like maybe people were grabbing for it a little bit more.
Were you excited to watch this season, and have you been keeping up week to week?
Yes, I have. Just even though like I know that I haven't had much airtime, it has been exciting to just like watch all my friends and like support them. And I always love watching the tweets. Like I think they're so funny. Even if they're like roasting me, I think it's funny. So I've been keeping up. And yeah, it's been nice.
Did Brayden get into your glitter at some point last week? Because I feel like there was multiple scenes where his face was just covered in glitter. And I was like, whose chest is he rubbing up to? His face is covered in glitter.
I know. Every time I watch these episodes and I see the guys have glitter like all over them, I'm like, people are going to think that I was just like all over these guys.
You're the glitter bandit.
Yes.
Literally. But honestly, I noticed that I have no idea how Brayden had that much. I know. So when I walked in day one, I had a jar of glitter. And I like used that as my like prop thing. And that was sitting on the bar pretty much all of Paradise. So I think maybe he
dipped in,
kept playing with it. I don't know. All the girls wore glitter every night. So all the guys, like if they were shirtless, there was always glitter on their chest from like their respective girl, not me. But so yeah, everyone's glitterified.
Yeah, there was enough glitter to go around.
I will say, I feel like most of the girls, I feel like have had glitter on as well. was that their choice, or were they like, oh, Jess, you brought the glitter, like let's all get in on it?
Yeah. So it's funny because on Bachelor, like, I think I got 50-50 on like hate and love from it. And so when I went into Paradise, like I brought it, just because I had to, but I was going to lay off because I kind of got defeated by it.
Yeah.
And I remembered like first night, all the girls were like, Jess, like we all want to wear it. Like they wanted to wear it. And I was like, wait, really? And so like we just kept wearing it every night and they made me like it again. And I thought it was like really sweet. And I feel like it's a good way to show everyone, like the viewers, that like we're all friends, like regardless of all the drama you see, like we're all like friends to each other.
Hey, I love some glitter. I feel like it really elevates, like a going out outfit, and you're showing skin. You gotta put some nice glitter on.
Absolutely, I agree.
Fun.
Yeah. So we know that you are a huge Swiftie, huge Taylor Swift fan. We obviously have to get your thoughts on the new relationship.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
When the rumors first came out, I remember texting my friends and no one believed it. And I was like, guys, like, this is beautiful. Like, this is a love story. Like, they are going to like solve all the problems in the world by being together. So I'm excited. And I saw a picture, I think this weekend, of her like kissing his cheek.
Yeah.
So cute. So I'm just happy for her. And yeah, I like it.
It's a good pairing for sure.
Chicks in the Office is sponsored by BetterHelp. Do you ever feel like your brain is getting in its own way? Like you know what you should do, you know what's good for you, but you just can't seem to do it? Therapy helps you figure out what's holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself. I know plenty of people in my life that have gotten into therapy recently using BetterHelp. You know, sometimes, you know, you don't want to get in the car and drive to a place to see somebody in person. Sometimes you want to do it in the comfort of your own home, and you can do that with BetterHelp. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. You can make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/office. Once again, make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/office.
Now, Sean came down onto the beach and he's mentioned multiple times that he's also a Swiftie and that would be something that you guys had in common. Now, watching it back and seeing what he has said in like his confessionals and his interviews, did you know he felt that way when you were on the beach? I know he did approach you last week like, hey, is there something there? But did you really know like how much he was talking about you? Because it was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, when I was watching it back, the part of him singing to me, I thought was so sweet. I've never had a guy like sing a song to me before, so I thought I wish he sang it to me in person. Knowing me, I probably would have been like, I probably wouldn't know what to say, and I probably would have a weird face. But like watching it, I thought it was sweet. I had an idea that he was interested, but I thought it kind of fizzled away since like time had passed, and I thought maybe his relationship with Rachel was forming a little bit stronger. When he pulled me, like, by no means was I upset by it. I thought, like, you know, he had the right to have that conversation, and I didn't blame him for it. But I wanted to, like, approach it in a way that wasn't going to hurt his feelings, but also give him, like, that closure. But I did have an idea. I just didn't know to the length of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Watching it back, did you feel like Brayden kind of saw an opening there and jumped when Brayden went to talk to Rachel about it?
I think that's such an interesting situation. I think Brayden definitely, I think in his perspective, he wasn't really doing any harm. Like, he's looking out for Rachel. But I could see how in Sean's perspective, it just like completely ruined like any chance. So I feel like at the end of the day, it should have been Rachel's decision without any like factors involved, maybe.
Right. Yeah, no, that's very true. You said that you are good friends with Kat, and we've seen that, you know, we've seen you guys on social media and everybody hanging out and stuff. Kat is one of my favorites because I just think, as Lisa comes across on the show, that, you know, one little thing can totally set her off. How did you guys as her friends like try and maybe rein her back in some of these situations?
Kat is a very funny person, and you know, she's a good friend of mine, and it does suck to see her receive backlash because she's not a bad person at all, and she has a very outgoing and unapologetic personality, which is great. And there were moments where like Kylie and I wanted to just sit her down and let her know, like, more of like give her make her more aware of what was going on, right, versus telling her what was right or wrong, because it wasn't our place to tell her that. We're not in those conversations. We don't see everything. So it's just to let her know. But like this last episode, like her screaming and like the interviews, like I was cracking up watching it because like we're on the phone and she's like screaming and I'm like, Kat, like I'm gonna hang up. Like you need to like lower the volume. And like she texted me when it was airing and she was like, I thought of you because like you always complain about my yelling. So it's just like, it's like funny. And I think it's like not harmful and, you know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, that's what I've been saying too, talking about it. I'm like, we honestly need somebody like her on the show too. But it's just, it can be entertaining. I think like the only thing from a viewer's perspective watching it, I was like, I just wish that when she did kind of like go with Tanner and like be like, it's over with Brayden, to just be like, yeah, you know, it happened fast. Like, just, it's just the way it is. Like, I like Tanner more than Brayden. And that's, you know, I feel like it's hard when you sort of dance around like, oh no, I was already feeling like this was kind of fizzling out. And, you know, because nobody's going to blame you. It's a show where you date multiple people. If you're just like, look, I went on a date with somebody else, I like him more. Like, that's it. Like, it's just like, you can't really argue with that.
How it goes, right?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like also Kat and Brayden were the first couple to like dive in super fast, and then the first couple to break it off. So I feel like everyone's reactions were spiked due to the fact that it was like the first time it was happening on the beach. And you know, there's definitely moments in that conversation that Kat can grow from and learn from, and you know, probably the same for Brayden, and moments that we didn't see. But I think, yeah, I agree that, you know, take ownership of it and just like, you know, whatever, like you're happy with someone new, but it's just in that environment, like things are heightened and it's like everyone is sensitive and gets hurt, and I'm guilty of that too. So
Definitely.
When you said that, you know, before you went into this, obviously you had a group of friends and you guys were friendly going into it. Did you guys have any conversations before going to Paradise? Like, hey, you know, if we end up liking the same guy, like boundaries and how to navigate that, because you're all going to the same place, all the same guys are going to be there, and you can't necessarily fault somebody for maybe liking somebody and then switching, and just how we mentioned between Kat and Brayden.
Yeah, no, definitely. We all went into this, like, had a discussion of like who we were hoping to see, and, you know, a lot of us had, you know, mutuals that we would name. So I went into it with the possibility knowing that, you know, Tanner might be with Kat or any other guy that I was interested. Like it was something that I was aware of and I had no issue with. I think at the end of the day, it's just a matter of like putting friends first and checking in, making sure everyone's good. And if anyone wants to pursue someone, they can. But I think for the most part, like that was never really an issue, just because like we all kind of already had an idea.
So we've watched 4 weeks now. What couples that are together or have separated at this point, like at this point, who were you kind of surprised ended up together, and who were you like, yeah, saw that one coming?
Okay, so at this point it's John Henry and
Olivia.
I was surprised by that one. Okay. And in the next episode, they gave a preview of like Brayden and Rachel. And like that was like something I was also surprised for and
same
enjoyed. But it's so like, you know, stay tuned to see how that turns out. But they're like, I feel like in general, like everyone was kind of a surprise. Everyone's kind of like mingling. But once the couple forms and spends time together and you're like watching them, you're like, wait, I kind of see it. Because even at one point, like Kat and Brayden, I was like, what the heck? Like I never thought Kat would go after someone younger. So I was like, that's crazy. And then like seeing them like hang out in the pool, like making out, and I'm like, oh wow, they like have really good chemistry.
Right. Once you see the chemistry, you're like, oh, that makes sense.
And honestly, like maybe even me and Blake, like I didn't see that coming either. Yeah. So
super fair. And then what was one that everyone was kind of like, that makes sense?
Kylie and Nathan.
Yeah. I was gonna say that had to have been the one, and obviously it was probably the most like, hyped up one.
They never talked before or anything, and like I know she talked about like him like doing the fire emoji, but they just look like an aesthetically pleasing couple.
Totally.
Like we all were like, oh, like Kylie, that's gonna be who you're with. Like there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, that one makes a lot of sense. So we've already joked, you know, you haven't really gotten that much airtime. Can you give us a hint, like Do you think you'll be shown more?
I don't know.
Like, do you, like, maybe some, I don't know. Do you, if there's like any Jess drama, perhaps?
I'm gonna be honest. I like the comfortableness of not being aired, so I'm not complaining. I'm just there, but
you're not like, please show me.
Yeah.
No, I'm good where I'm at, but yeah, I mean, I will have some moments that may not be my best and may not be my worst. So, I mean, I hope they don't air it. I don't know. So we'll see.
Well, hey, that's all you can ask for.
Totally.
Not your best, but not your worst, right? Right down the middle.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be recording when there's wine in me, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah, well, I think everyone's probably feels that way sometimes. You mentioned, Blake was a very like calming presence during these last few weeks when you guys are hanging out. What are you talking about? What are you doing? I'm just like, I'm so intrigued by the two of you as a pairing. And every episode I watch, I'm like, give us at least one conversation. Like, I would love to know how this is going.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it would be nice to see like more couples. I feel like we haven't really seen a lot of connection so far. Blake and I, like, we were kind of like goofy, like never took each other seriously. I think he made it a goal to make sure I was always comfortable. So we had a lot of funny conversations, and, we would like nap together, we'd hang out together, we'd eat together. He's a funny guy, and he would make fun of me. I make fun of him. And I think the most part, we had very serious conversations, but it was a lot of lighthearted ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He's
Blake's a great guy.
We big fans, big fans of Blake Moynes
and his mom. Like that was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We know from the trailer, and I'm sure there's obviously not much you can say about this, but maybe a small hint that there is a Katie Thurston appearance on the beach. Is that maybe where your best or not worst had come through?
Yeah, so Katie comes down, and I think it just was a surprise for both Blake and I. Like I think neither of us expected that happening. So I can't say if it was my worst. I can't say if it was my best.
But something happens.
But something definitely happens. Well, what was I guess Rhea kind of asked this too with like surprises with Paradise, but everyone jokes about like the air conditioning and the bed setup and all these things. Like, how did all the ladies handle the living environments?
Yeah, Paradise is just hot, and it's you're literally living like you're on a beach like for the whole time. So, I mean, for me personally, like I was so tired every night. I knocked out, like regardless of any condition that we were in. But I think the funniest thing the funniest story I have, like we had something called monkey bears. I don't know what they were actually called, but it's like some small animal that would like run around at night. And every night I'd be so terrified because the doors would be open, that it would run in the room.
Yeah, no.
And
that is scary.
Scary. I remember in the middle of the night, one of the girls kicked their fan on my head, and it like hit my head. And I like woke up freaking out because I thought it was a monkey bear, but it was a fan, and everyone was dead asleep, so I couldn't yell at anybody. So it was like, I was like, whatever. But I think to me, like the only condition I had a problem with were just freaking out if a monkey bear was going to like attack me or something.
Yeah. I would
also
not be
good
able
to know
deal
that
with
you can
the
bring
animals.
fans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a plus.
That
I would
sounds
have
like a
that
huge
thing
plus.
positioned right in my face.
Right.
Which is where I imagine everybody would just put that right there. Well, Jess, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Yes,
this was
thank
great.
you so much.
We're glad, kumbaya, we're all back together.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
It has. And we've wanted you to come on even after the whole Zach scenario went down. And of course, all the rules and whatnot of how this stuff has to go.
It was a nice lesson to not believe everything people say.
Yep. Ain't that the truth?
It was funny. It was funny.
Ain't that the truth? Well, we're excited to watch the rest. I know that, you're hoping to cruise through it, but, for the sake of the rest of the viewers, like, I would love to see what goes down. So
right. We need a little something.
We will be, of course, tuning in on Thursday nights and watching the rest of the season. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, thank you, Jess.
Guys, so sweet. Thank you.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Reminder for the Charlotte show to bring your signs for Time of the Signs. Make sure you have those ready to go.
You can design a fan if you want.
Yeah, you can also whatever pleases you. And we also have a couple tickets on sale. I really want to mention that's a couple of tickets. So if you're hesitating, buy those and bring your signs. Philly, you showed up with the signs, but not enough. So Charlotte, make sure you bring your signs and we will be awarding the best ones at the show. We love you guys. Thank you. We'll talk to you on Friday.